have a sign in my yard, and it's out by the swimming pool, and it says, "No walking on water." What does it mean? It could mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. I mean, it's one of those statements. That's why I put the sign there, because I wanted to create some interest and some conversation about it. And I know what it means to me, because that's why I put it there. It means something very definite to me. But the other night, we were having a Toastmasters officers meeting. And we were all sitting at the table, and it was before the meeting, and something came up about that sign. And somebody said, what is this with this sign, "No walking on water"? And I said, well, why don't we go around the room and let's just see what it means to everybody. So we did, and so I thought, today may be a good time to see what other people thought. So Kay was there, and so Kay, would you tell the group what that sign meant to you?
Well, my first impression was that in this residence there was someone who believed in Christianity. And so to walk carefully.
Okay. Another person that was there was Andrew. What did it mean to you?
I took it as a safety precaution. No running in the pool, no walking on water, because it's very slippery. So I didn't go into the theological realm or religious realm. I just thought that it was one of those safety signs that I had never seen before.
Okay.
And I thought that it was appropriate.
Okay. And one other person was there, Marguerite. What was your thought?
My thought was that you must have a really great sense of humor.
Well, I'll tell you what it means to me. It means that nobody in this house is better than anybody else. Nobody walks on water. One of the things that I wanted to do tonight was to talk about interpretations, how we interpret things through our body language, through our voice inflection, through a lot of different things. I mean, these things are so powerful, but probably the most powerful is, what's the intention here? What do we want to get across when we're communicating with other people? These are all very powerful, but then we look in 2019, and in 2019, we're texting a lot, or we're emailing a lot, and so we don't really have the opportunity to demonstrate all those emotions that might go on behind the scenes, what we're really thinking. We just text a word here or there. So I wanted to talk about that, but I wanted to tell you that when I was a child, I was taught by kind of my mentor as a child that the written word can be very harsh. So always be careful with your written words. And then it made me think of when one of my sons was younger and he was a teenager. He said to me, "Mom, why do you use exclamation points like when you text or you write an email? I mean, it's stupid. It's silly." And here we are 15 years later, and now he uses exclamation points. He knows why, because you have to put some expression into that word maybe sometime when you're texting somebody. So I wanted to take just a couple of words and just talk about how they feel when they come across. Thank you. Thanks. So I was saying it sincerely, and I was saying it sarcastically. Same word. Okay, let's take another one. Somebody just told me that they were pregnant and had been wanting to get pregnant for a long time. And all of a sudden, like, what? I'm so happy. then somebody else might go, what? Because they're impatient with you. Or you could be saying something like, happy birthday. Maybe it's a child. Happy birthday. Or you could be saying, like Marilyn Monroe, happy birthday, Mr. President. All this reminds me of a while back when I texted my husband and I said, don't you text me in that tone of voice. We don't know how our words are going to be received when we say them. You know, authors have this great advantage of being able to write a word and then express it in a sentence or two to say what the feeling was. That's their skill. That's what they do. But we don't all have that same advantage. So how do we bridge the communication gap sometimes? Well, we use exclamation points, or we use emojis, or we use happy faces because we want to get those words across. We can't replace the human interaction. Body language and voice inflection put meaning behind our words. So my call to action for y'all is be careful with your written words. But it's also ask yourself, what do I want my intention to be behind this word or this phrase or paragraph? Whether I'm speaking it, whether I'm excited about something, whether I'm writing it. What's my intention? Thank you.